Hello YouTube subscribers, today or tonight, whenever you're watching this, I am doing another Marvel Fox movie review before today's biggest review. Last night I did Logan, and this past last month I did a lot of all the X-Men, Fantastic Four. Well, not really the 2015 Fantastic Four, but Ben Affleck's Daredevil movies reviews. So now I'm finally on Deadpool 2, obviously, until by the title. The movie that I am ultimately reviewing before the one I'm about to see later on today and review later on today for you guys, Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, which this is obviously what I'm gonna wear to the movies. My Cyclops sunglasses, and first time wearing the shirt, actually, because I always been afraid to wear the shirt because of what it says. My level of sarcasm is based on your level of stupidity. So I thought it'd be perfect for to wear to the movie, to a Deadpool movie, because I mean his sarcasm is basically, but anyway, so I'm super excited, I'm pumped, and I was trying to quickly watch Deadpool 2, not just as a refresh before going to see the Deadpool and Wolverine, but also to try and quickly get this review out as fast as possible before I actually, even though, yeah, I could done it after, but I just thought it'd be best if I did it before. Anyway, so basically last night and today, I was trying to rush, get through Logan and Deadpool 2 to review them, get the reviews done, so all I have to worry about, and not just as a real quick refresher, but to get those out of the way, go see Deadpool and Wolverine, and just have to worry about that review. So, anyway, so Deadpool 2, rewatching Deadpool 2, just rewatched after a while, because I kind of haven't watched Deadpool 2 for a while, so this is my first time rewatching it again. I gotta say, I really got to say, after watching Logan, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Deadpool. Deadpool is one of my favorite Marvel characters. I seriously do. I seriously still love Deadpool as one of my favorite Marvel characters. One of, like, Spider-Man will always be, like, my first pick, ultimately favorite Marvel character. Deadpool is, like, somewhere, but, I still like Deadpool 2 for what it is, for what we got of Deadpool 2. And I get Deadpool cracks jokes, make fun of, like, other superheroes and the way they did, like, their movies or their comic books and stuff like that. Except the comic book storyline of Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe / reality. So, because that storyline's different. But I I don't want to put any negative on Deadpool 2. I really don't, because Deadpool 2 is good for what it is. Now, as I said in my Days of Future Past movie review, I would have loved it for it to be a part 1 and part 2 situation. So in that case, we got more more attention to the future in part 1, and then and then in part 2 we got a bit more paying attention to the past, and then at the end of part 2, or somewhere between part 1 as well, we jump between past and present, past and future. So but uh but in my Days of Future Past review, I would have loved to see I said I would have loved to see Cable in the Days of Future Past movie. That basically we saw a part in part 1, we see a part in the future, well, when that it's basically all Sentinels, almost all mutants are extinct, and that it would easily confirm, even though, yeah, Scott and Jean did die in the last stand, it would kind of be confusing that basically it was confirmed, it would have been confirmed that Cable is the son of Jean and Cyclops, but that Cable goes back in time, alerts basically the X-Men, and then part 2, and then if it's not that long of a story, the way I'm looking at it, then no, it wouldn't be a part 1, part 2 situation. But anyway, I just thought it'd be fitting to use Cable for that movie as well, instead of just throwing in lazy writing that Wolverine could have gone back in time. But here we are. It's what we got. I said in that review, I'm fine with it. And it was still a good movie overall. But anyway, back to Deadpool 2. We get introduced for the first time as Cable. Was it confirmed? Is he the son of Jean and Cyclops? No, it was not confirmed or mentioned in Deadpool 2. Would I like to think like I do with Nightcrawler? Yes, I do. So I basically just go on with that. But it was cool to see Cable, like in the post-credit scene that Deadpool said that we would see Cable in Deadpool 2. That basically, I'm glad we got to see Cable in live action for the first time in Deadpool 2. Especially played by the guy that also played Thanos in the MCU, which that was also freaking hilarious, because Deadpool threw a Thanos joke at Cable, like at the kind of very end of the movie, like the final battle scene of the movie, which also he was in Goonies, which there was a Goonies reference / joke towards Cable that Deadpool threw out, at which I also thought it was funny, especially because I love the Goonies. Goonies was a good. I grew up watching the Goonies. I loved the jokes. I liked the action. I loved most of the CGI. You could tell it was a bit off, but it was just small little things here and there, which was fine. But I still love the CGI. I love the storyline where basically, even though it was kind of copying Logan just a bit, but not completely. Well, definitely completely, but to me, I looked at it, that was the joke, that was the punchline. That's what Deadpool was doing. That basically, that's what he always does, is basically make fun of other superhero movies or comic books, if it's in the comic book Deadpool. But, he even makes fun of his own type movie, his own comic book, his own movie. So, we do get to see a new X-Men, which is I can never say her name unless it's the first Deadpool movie I watched, and I can say it. Mega Teenage Sonic blah 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 blah. The basically the mutant Sonic Teenage Warhead. I'm just gonna say it that way. Sonic Teenage Warhead has a girlfriend in this in Deadpool 2, and she's a mutant. And we get introduced to her, which she's like My Little Pony getterness, which that's how Deadpool basically says it in the movie. I'm just surprised anyone would date you, especially in Pink Pie from My Little Pony. So, I also liked that. I liked the duo between Colossus and Deadpool, how they basically butt heads, sorry. I liked the duo between Colossus and Deadpool, because Colossus and Deadpool has like this brotherly friendship going on, that Colossus tries to teach Deadpool to be like a proper X-Men, to never hurt anybody, to follow basically innocent rules where you can change a bad guy, give a bad guy one more chance and shit. Even though I do believe most of that shit. It's just the way Colossus preaches it. It's like, no. Even though most of those things does get through Deadpool's head, because throughout this movie is basically him, is that basically in the beginning of the movie is that where it's his anniversary to Vanessa, and Vanessa tells him on their anniversary, after basically giving him a gift of basically her birth control device, is basically she's not gonna use it anymore, and that baby factory is open for business, and he's excited to start a family with her. And then the person that he was after in the beginning of the movie found him, was aiming for him until the guy was gonna block, thinking that the knife that Deadpool threw at him wasn't really much of a knife, it was the cream cheese spreader form of knife. And then the bolt, once he shot the gun, the bullet was aiming towards Vanessa, and Vanessa died. And that's what basically set Deadpool on his path, on this movie's path, is that trying to find a family, trying to accept a family, because as Deadpool said, he never thought, because family has always have been an F word to him, and he would never consider anything as a family. So he tried the X-Men, that didn't work out because of the way he did things, because Colossus took him on a mission, and because to basically where we get introduced for the first time Fire Fist. Which, okay, at first when I saw this movie, I was laughing too. Fire Fist, dude, just no. So just no, Fire Fist. Um, but and then from there, he after dying a few times, Deadpool realizes that, after kind of spending time with them in prison because he killed one of the bad people that was torturing Fire Fist, in the foster home, and they both went to mutant prison. After spending a little bit of time, he didn't really see it then, but after Cable tried to attack him, and after they fight, and after Deadpool dies again, because he at least dies 3 times in this movie. First in the beginning when he was being an emotional wreck after losing Vanessa, because he had, I think, 5 gas cans full of gas, and he laid on them, and he basically flipped a cigarette up, and it landed in one of them, and it basically exploded their house or apartment, whatever. Thinking that would kill him. Nope. And then after the fight, he dies again. Vanessa tells him kids can make us better than we used to be. Then that's when he realized the kid, he needs to be a form of a father figure. Then he tries to go find the kid, but also tries to stop Cable. And then they accidentally release, well, the kid releases, but more really that they also helped release the Juggernaut, yes, which we get reintroduced to Juggernaut, a form of comic book accurate size. The size is comic book accurate, but not really the look, which, hey, that, to me, that was fine. I think it was okay of what we saw with the Juggernaut. And then Cable realizes, okay, I can't really stop the Juggernaut alone, I need help, so he goes to Deadpool. Deadpool kind of jokes with them a little bit about it, and then they team up. He goes to get Colossus. Colossus kind of ignores Deadpool for a little bit until the last minute. He actually goes to the orphanage and helps Deadpool against Colossus, which I just noticed after rewatching it. After just rewatching it, I just realized not Colossus. Juggernaut was climbing out of the pool, and which I was questioning how in the hell did he survive that, because Colossus basically, Colossus, Sonic Teenage Warhead, and her girlfriend, basically, her girlfriend with like these chains around Juggernaut's legs. Colossus basically opened the butt pants area, stick this whole shocking wired tube up his ass, and Teenage Sonic basically used her powers to basically shoot him into the pool, and it was shocking him because electricity and water does not mix well together. So when I saw him climbing once they were done at the orphanage, climbing out of the pool, I'm like, how in the hell do you survive that unless it's a form of his power, which, yes, I know he's not a mutant. I know it's because of a magic rock or whatever. But if it's because of his power, then cool. But I don't think. But anyway, just the Deadpool 2, I still like to a certain point. I just didn't find it very. I just. I don't know. After watching Logan and seeing. Which, okay, Deadpool 2. Deadpool does make fun of Logan. Like, he has, like, this cute little thing that says Logan on it, and when you push the, and then it was a figure of old man Logan, and a stick running through his like chest on top of a log, and it spins after he pushed like the stick through the chest, and and yes, I did say last night for that it was emotional for me of the way they did it, but once you do it, but I also said last night, if you do it comedy wise, then yes, I would find it funny. Did I find it funny? Yes. My mom, not so much. But again, Wolverine was basically my mom's favorite. Not really so much the character, but the actor. She, that's why, because she thought the actor was so hot. But until I explained it to my mom, that's why he did what he did in the movies, because that's what he does. And then he basically also says, fuck Wolverine. He basically made his last movie rated R, overstepped in mine, and upstated the basically overshining my movie by updating the rating area, the rating of the movie to PG-13 to rated R, and by the ending, by dying in the ending, and okay, yeah, I mean, so, and he's like, guess what, Wolfie, I'm dying in this one too, so, so there, I did like that very much. I mean, at first too, I didn't like it at first until after I came down from basically the emotional part of what Logan displayed to back to Deadpool humorous type area. That's when I was able to find it humorous. But and then that's when I was able to explain it to my mom. But anyway, just the way Deadpool 2 was, I get it, that it's just, that's how it is, that's how it needed it to be, and I respect that. And is that like my ultimate negative? I'm trying for it not to be, but I still like the story plot, the action, the CGI, basically everything about the movie, and to me, I feel like that's how it perfectly set up for Deadpool and Wolverine, because especially kind of the post-credit scene, because teenage Sonic, teenage Warhead, whatever, fixed Cable's time machine because Cable used his last battery of his time machine, his last of his juice of his time machine, to go back to save Deadpool, because Deadpool sacrificed himself, getting shot by the bullet that Cable shot, that was supposed to hit Fire Fist. So, because, and after she fixed the time machine where it had more juice, more battery, because Cable used the last bit of it to save Deadpool, Deadpool takes the time machine, not give it back to Cable right away, but use it for his own personal fun, and went back to save Vanessa, went back to basically kill Ryan Reynolds himself, before he could ever play and star as Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, and basically kill the Deadpool, the messed up, crappy, garbage Deadpool that we saw at the end of X-Men Origins Wolverine. So that part was funny. I really liked those parts. Which that also helped set up perfectly for Deadpool and Wolverine. And the reason why Cable went back in time to kill Fire Fist is because in the future, Fire Fist is like a big gangster bad guy, and he basically killed the daughter and wife of Cable because Cable was trying to stop him in the future. And after Fire Fist did that, that's when he realized, I'm gonna go back in time, stop him as a kid. So before he killed everybody at the orphanage, and before he actually does do anything that would actually lead down to that dark path that he is in the future, then it won't happen. And that's exactly why Deadpool sacrificed himself, because the kid was too far gone, and Deadpool felt like once he saw Cable grabbing the gun, Deadpool knew if he sacrificed himself, that would bring the kid back to the good side, and make him realize there is somebody out there that does care for him, and that yes, someday he will find a family that will love him for who he is, which that's kind of what he already did. But anyway, drop your comments down below. What's your favorite part about this movie? What's your favorite X-Men, Fox, Marvel movie? Out of every Marvel movie that Fox has done, from X-Men to Daredevil to Elektra, Fantastic Four, which one of those is your favorite Marvel Fox movie? And if so, which Fantastic Four movie is your favorite? Which X-Men movie is your favorite? Is Ben Affleck's Fox Marvel movie Daredevil, is that really your favorite? Is Elektra, the somewhat spin-off sequel to Ben Affleck's Daredevil, is that your favorite at all? Drop your comments down below on what's your favorite Marvel movie, comic, anything Marvel, anything Fox Marvel movies. Just drop it in the comments down below. Anything about this video, your opinions on this video, drop it in the comments down below. I would like to hear your guys' opinions of how I did this video review, this movie review. Can barely talk. Hit that like button if you liked this video. Hit the dislike button if you didn't like this video. I don't mind it if you didn't like it. I appreciate your guys' true honesty. If you guys did or didn't like it, it's your true honesty, and I appreciate that. If you're a newcomer dropping by randomly by one of my videos, please hit that subscribe button, because I welcome all new and old subscribers with open arms. If you're an old original subscriber, welcome back. Have a nice day, have a nice night whenever you're watching us. Peace.